Positive psychology is a field of study that really helps individuals learn how to be more resilient. And in that context, I developed my course really putting mindfulness as a foundational element. Mindfulness refers to basically being able to reside in the present moment in a state of non-judgmental awareness. The way that we cultivate mindfulness is really through, there's a variety of practices. Meditation and yoga tend to be two fairly common practices in our society. And those, when we do those practices regularly, and that means pretty much every day for, oh gosh, a minimum of about 10 minutes a day, but the longer the better. Really 30 minutes to 45 minutes is ideal. But we can start small. But that as we sort of build our practice, what starts to happen is we do start to have a sense of greater levels of calm. And so we can start to see when the mind is responding in less ideal ways. For meditation to be occurring, there's two things that are operating. You're teaching the mind how to focus, and so whether it's just on the breath or maybe it's that, that meditation poem, I'm breathing in, I'm breathing out. What's also happening, hopefully, is that when we are doing this breathing, we're doing it at a slower and deeper level. And that engages a part of the autonomic nervous system called the parasympathetic nervous system. And that's the system that's supposed to be dominant for us, but oftentimes isn't as we run around and go from one thing to another. But the parasympathetic nervous system is the system that when we experience a sense of calm in the mind and the body, that's the system that's dominant at that time. So when we practice this over and over and over, teaching the mind to focus while breathing in and out deeply and slowly, over time that starts to change the wiring in the mind and the body, so we become calmer. It comes, I think, not entirely, but in large part to suffering within the self. And that for a variety of reasons, the individual doesn't know how to deal with their own suffering. And so they tend to project that onto others and cause others a lot of distress and pain. Yes, I think in the context of when we have a sense of well-being within ourselves, a sense of calmness, we're comfortable within our own skin, then that basically, because there's less agitation within ourselves, that allows us to be more open to the environment around us. And so in that context, we can share ourselves with others more effectively, and we tend to be more empathic, compassionate, because we have the space that allows for that. One of the things that can happen is when I can remain calm, even when, other people are, agitated around me, upset by something. Maybe it's something that's happened in the community itself, or maybe it's even something that has happened to a friend. And it's easy to get caught up in sort of that emotionality. And, it's definitely good for us to be able to feel connected to others and what they're going through. But I think that people can recognize if I can remain calm, then I'm in a space in which I can talk about things in a more rational way. I can talk about things that might bridge divides if people are arguing about something. And so there's a natural tendency to sort of gravitate to that. And then people get curious about it and say, well, how do you do that? And then that's the opening where you can talk about, well, this is, something that you have to work on, but it can be really beneficial because in the end, it means that we can sit with each other, even if we have different views, strong views on topics, and actually maybe hash those out and work towards compromise, which could be a good thing for everybody. I would say I've been doing these different techniques, meditation and yoga, for almost 10 years now, and I would say I'm a completely different person now. It's hard for me to kind of recognize when I look back in time how I was before this practice. And I'll give you one example that it might not come to mind, but my laugh has changed. So when I laugh, it's deeper and it's more genuine. It's like a part of myself is now available to experience positivity at a deeper level.